back in Sentinels of the Multiverse. And for those that paid attention to what I was complaining about last week, who would have guessed it's another challenge? I mean, who could have seen that coming? I mean, it's not like that happens very often these days, you know? But yeah, we have our core game challenge. The last one was 5 weeks ago. So this one's kind of overdue, I guess, even though I'd prefer them to be spaced out even further. So we are up against Challenge Mode Voss, and we have Xtreme Prime Warden Tempest, Freedom 6 Absolute 0, Eternal Haka, and Redeemer Fanatic. So I was wondering if they were going to go for the Xtreme Prime Wardens, at least the 3 there in the base set, but no, they didn't. So we'll explain how Voss works, but you have 2 ways to go about this one. You can do the Tempest Martyr strategy, which is the faster way, or you can do the No One Dies strategy, which is what I'm going to go for here. You'll see what I mean when we get in the game. Below, the thunders of the upper deep, far, far beneath in the abyssal sea, his ancient dreamless, uninvaded sleep, the Kraken sleepeth, faintest sunlights flee. About his shadowy sides, above him swell, huge sponges, millennial growth and height, and far away into the sickly light, from many a wondrous grot and secret cell, unnumbered and enormous polyp, winnow with giant arms the slumbering green. There hath he lain for ages, and will lie battering upon huge sea worms in his sleep, until the latter fire shall heat the deep. Then once by man and angels to be seen, in roaring he shall rise and on the surface die. Alfred Tennyson, 1830. So I really don't know what this is about, don't really care about the whole poem thing. I hate poetry for the most part. So hey, you got to learn something else about me in this one shot. So let's just get into it. I haven't shown Xtreme Prime Warden's Tempest on the channel yet, but I want to say I have shown how Absolute Zero can really mess with Voss, and you'll see what I mean here if you're not actually familiar with any of the previous games I did. Finally, a Marian with some fight. The rest of your species made decent soldiers, but your genes will make them my elite. My scientists will take you apart first. Hide behind your army, cowardly conqueror. The lightning comes when I call, and nothing will stop me this day. So, Challenge Mode Voss. Whenever he flips, he plays the top card of his deck. So we're going to bind him so that he doesn't leave this side until I'm ready to kill him. And it's the same on both sides, of course. So on this side, he gets more damage reduction from his minions. Trade-off is, he doesn't hit anything. He just kind of stands there and watches, or something. I'm not really sure. For all we know, he could be doing some sort of grilling session, you know? But then on his flip side, he gets less damage reduction, and he starts swinging at you. So he's going to go for the guy with the highest HP for 3 energy damage, and the guy with the lowest HP for 2 fire damage. So keep in mind, if someone can absorb the energy damage for you, you can have Absolute Zero take the fire damage with his heat suit, turn it into cold damage, and hit it into his cold suit, and it'll offset that, so he only deals 3 energy. So if you steer that into Haka, you can use Tomoko to knock that down to 1, and if you have Haka shielding, you can actually zero it. Now as for Tempest, his ability is Thunderstuck. Tempest deals 1 target, 1 lightning damage. If this is a non-character target, they lose their end of turn effects until the start of his next turn. And for the whole Martyr strategy, in case you're wondering what I'm talking about, on his flip side he can amplify lightning damage, but he's the only guy here who does it, so this is not that valuable to you. You can have an environment target hit everything for 1 lightning damage, which is going to help Voss more than help you, unfortunately. Or you can pop 2 environment cards, and notice these are cards, not targets or anything like that. If it's in this environment deck, it can get popped. So basically it's Flash Flood, on demand. So if you want to do the whole Martyr strategy, basically whenever the Leaking Room, or like the Phosphorescent Chamber, or even the Seaweed comes out, you can pop those. But otherwise, everyone else has been featured on the channel, so we're just going to jump into it. So he's going to play 4 minions, 1 for each hero. So we have a Lancer, a Psyweaver, a Lancer, and an Infantry. And then the Conqueror hits the field. So Tempest just lost half his health. So the Conqueror is going to destroy your ongoings. I'm going to try to delay playing these until I'm in better position. I'm going to try this first turn focus more on equipment. And I should mention this has the end of turn effect of hitting everything for fire damage, so we're going to try to negate that right here. So we're going to use Chain Lightning. You want to hit the ship first to deal the most damage. For your 3 points of damage, you want to pop the Weaver so it doesn't hit everyone. And then you want to pop a Lancer because these are going to go for Tempest since he's almost dead. And for your Thunderstruck, you want to hit the ship so that it doesn't hit everything. Just to double check something real quick. Does it actually have to deal damage? Yeah, it has to. Damn. Oh well. Anyway, absolute 0. So let's get the Cold Suit out, and then we're going to go ahead and use the Elemental Wrath on the Conqueror. Got another Cold Suit. As for Haka, what we're going to do here is a little counterintuitive. We're going to use the Mirror, or Melee, or something, I forgot what this... People have pronounced this all sorts of different ways, I don't know which one's which. But the Conqueror is immune to melee damage, so we're going to pick off this weakened Lancer. Doing so will give us the card draw of Savage Mana, and then we get the end of turn card draw of Tomoko. As for Fnatic, we can use the Brutal Censure here to deal more damage to the ship. We draw Divine Sacrifice, then we can redeem to heal for 1 hit point and draw yet another card. And then we get the end of turn draw, so she got 3 cards this turn. Environment's going to summon a Kraken, since the poem kind of tipped this off. It's going to be triple Kraken. And we want to kill... which one? I'm going to go for the Lancer, because the other guys have healing for the most part. Well, they have decent healing, I should say. So out comes the Fire Sworn. That goes for Haka. So right here I'm going to play the Subwave Inducer. Because I want to keep using Thunderstruck on the Conqueror, so I don't want to use Downpour or Hailstorm. And then I'm saving Flash Flood for when something annoying comes out. So, Conqueror, you are Thunderstruck. Kinda curious real quick. Huh. I was looking at the flavor text in case you're wondering. So right here we're going to put out Cold Snap as a sacrifice to the Conqueror. And then we draw the module. So right here I want to get Dominion out so I can deal with any sort of Krakens or anything else that comes out. And we are going to go ahead and hit this Kraken so we can get closer to killing. So we can use Final Dive here. Yeah, let's Final Dive the Shock Infantry. And we can throw this into Voss for 1 hit point. I could destroy the Conqueror here. No, that would be really bad. If I do that, he's gonna flip. Yeah, I don't want to do that. And then we'll redeem. So we drew Chastise, which is what I was looking for. So I can permanently bind the Fire Sworn so I don't have to worry. The Kraken goes for the guy with the lowest HP, which in this case is the Conqueror, that is actually immune to melee. So yeah, those tentacles are reaching out from like the ocean floor or something and trying to get into space. Good luck. So anyway, out comes the Gene-Bound Guard. We can have the Krakens destroy that for me. So... what am I likely to get hit by? Oh, it's gonna be fire. So the guard means I can't hit the Conqueror. Thunderstruck. It has 1 point of damage reduction to offset Thunderstruck. So let's heal. Drew Localized Hurricane, which I have no intention of playing. Now, since the Conqueror is going to be hitting us for fire damage, I want to get my heat suit out. And then we need to start cutting into this guard. So I could destroy the Conqueror and... Ah, that's right, this is going to go off first. So I need to play a sacrifice, and it's going to be Tomoko, I think. No, I could sacrifice Downpour. Let's do Tomoko. As for the Mare, I think I'm gonna hit a Kraken. Because no matter what, these are gonna go after the guard. Chew another Tomoko. So let's see. I actually don't have to chastise it at the moment. So I could Brutal Censure for a card draw. You don't want to play Zealous Offense until you have some sort of ongoing card that's going to deal damage for you, or Absolution, one of those two. So while I search for it, we will go ahead and keep hitting this Kraken. Consecrated Ground, that can help me destroy one of the biochambers. Am I right? Phosphorescent Chamber, that's what it's called. So basically, since Fnatic acts last, I can get the benefit for the entire team, then finish it off. Anyway, we'll redeem for a card draw. We got Emboldened, so I can use that on Tempest, actually. So the guard's gone. You want to steer this into the Conqueror. I'm gonna get rid of Downpour because I can potentially block stuff with Haka. Out comes Forced Deployment, of course. So order here matters. Steer this into absolute zero. We're just going to destroy this thing here and now. So the Lancers are going to come out, and they're going to hit Tempest. So if we block energy, he will take a little bit less damage. Actually, hold on. I can use Into the Stratosphere. That will put that on top of his deck. I actually like that strategy. And then I get to hit him. Still gonna deal 1 damage. As for Thunderstruck, I don't think that's gonna be 1, 2. No, he'll negate it. Oh well, we'll still do it though. We can hit the Fire Sworn. That was actually a mistake now that I think about it. Because the Krakens are gonna go after that instead of his stuff. Well, we still might be able to make something here work. Let's impale Voss. And let's hit the Kraken. Got the focus apertures. So right here I can put out the Taiha and start hitting stuff. And then I'll do Savage Mana next turn so I can start rounding up his stuff. So let's hit the Kraken here. We'll hit him for 1. There we go, we've done, what, 3% of his... yeah, 3.3% of his HP and damage. So right here we need to go ahead and bind this so it doesn't die. So that's where Chastise comes into play. And then we'll go ahead and redeem. Pillars of Hercules, so he's going to get an additional card play. So yeah, that force deployment's coming out after all. And pop. So it came out at the start of his turn, then the start of turn effect activated, so he's going to summon his whole horde. Sublime, I know. Oh, come on. Highest, doesn't really matter, we'll say Haka since he has 1 point of damage reduction. So right here, we are going to... like, these two take priority for me, but I'm going to put out energy so I can block Lancer damage. His top card brings out yet another Fire Swarm, but that's not a problem, so we're going to skip. Gave me a Haka of Battle. We need to get the apertures out, and we're going to hit the guard for 2, I think? Yeah, 2. So we'll use Savage Mana. I could actually use Rampage to wipe everything, though. Problem is that'll come back sooner or later, and I'd rather do this once. We can Rampage next turn, probably. So we want to round up the guard first to get rid of their damage reduction. So you want to slide that under Savage Mana. And then this is the next most dangerous one, I'd say. Reason for that being is Absolute Zero will at least heal off of the other one. And then yes, you want to deal the damage here to keep Chastise going. And we have a final dive that I can use to throw a Frost Hound into a Lancer, I guess. Yeah, why not? Final dive. Get this guy off the field. Throw him into this guy, so Tempest will take less damage. The Fire Swarm's gonna go for the highest HP. And we will redeem. So the Krakens could pick off the other guys for me, but as is, I'll still be able to get them with the Taihas. Ooh, Toxic Seaweed. Everyone loves seaweed. So it's time to use a Flash Flood. So you can discard your hand to get rid of this, but I have a card for it, so we're not bothering. Out comes the Translocator. That's obnoxious. So this one we want to steer into Haka. That one goes into Absolute Zero, so I can either turn around and hit something, which I actually do want to do, because this Translocator is a little dangerous. Let's keep negating energy for the time being. So we're going to use Flash Flood to destroy the Toxic Seaweed, and we're going to get rid of a Kraken too, so we get an additional card with Haka. Okay, Enduring Intercession, there we go. So, let's go ahead and hit the gate so we can try to get this down low enough for Haka to grab. So right here we want to use Coolant Burst because we did take fire damage there. So then we can go ahead and use the Coolant Burst on the gate. It's going to deal 2 + 1 for apertures. As for Haka, we are going to go ahead and play Enduring Intercession. Then we're going to use the Taiha to grab the gate. This is going to cut into his card plays sharply. And then we are going to grab the Lancer. So yeah, keep that going. So we can use our Sanctifying Strike for yet another card draw. I don't have anything offensive to play Zealous Offense just yet, so this is my best bet. Like, if I had Cleansing Downpour still, I could actually embolden Tempest. To actually benefit from that, though, you have to have the Otherworldly Resilience out for the 1 point of damage reduction, which I don't have. So yeah, let's Sanctify the Kraken upside the head. Drew a worthless card. Then we'll redeem. Drew an Aegis, and my end of turn card draw is yet another Zealous Offense. Oh great, Leaking Room. Forced deployment, so... And then here, I'm just going to use this to heal. Fanatic getting blasted there was unfortunate. We want to change this over to Lightning so I get the damage boost. Actually, does it really matter what I do? He has a Lancer in there and a Frosthound. So let's see, if I change over to Lightning, Leaking Room's gonna give me +2, so that's 3. Nemesis bonus would be 4, but he has enough here to negate that, so yeah, it doesn't matter. And there's no point in me hitting one of them because it will kill them for 1, and then they'll just come back anyway. So I'm gonna switch over to Energy. And we are going to actually use Thunderstruck on... It actually doesn't really matter what I do. Because I'm going to collect both of these guys with Haka. Okay. Oh well. I don't really want to hit the Krakens at the moment. We're going to use the Taiha to collect this guy and this guy. So now he is vulnerable. So yes, we want to keep doing this even though we got blasted last turn. And then we're going to redeem. Drew Absolution. So Leaking Room is gone. More Toxic Seaweed. I have Enduring Intercession out, I have Tomoko. I don't think I need anything of Haka's. And then by destroying it, I actually do get a card draw, so we can play Elbow Smash this turn. So out comes the Ion Lancer, that's going to hit Tempest, the Frosthound, that's going to hit everyone, and a Gene-Bound Guard, because it's not bad enough as is. So right here, I'm going to keep going for energy because the Frosthound is the priority here. So I want to get Electrical Storm out so that if the Leaking Room comes back out, I don't have to worry. And I can't really hit anyone, so I'm not going to bother using my power. Stupid guard. Drew a Cleansing Downpour, that's good. Okay, so I can use Frostbound Drain to kill the Lancer. heal myself, then I can hit the guard and set him up for Haka. Sounds like a plan. So first shot to the Lancer. Fire damage we turn into healing, so that I'm still the highest. That way Absolute Zero can tank. And then if I went for the coolant burst, that would be overkill. And there we go, the card I'm looking for, Sub-Zero Atmosphere. So right here we are going to use Elbow Smash on the guard. Then we can use Taiha to grab this guy. So I guess I'd have to destroy the Lancer, but oh well. Let's go collect a Kraken, shall we? So that's going to give me a card draw. And we'll go ahead and put that under Savage Man also. So yes, we've only done 3 damage and we're 5 or 6 rounds in. We're getting there. Very, very slowly. So for Fnatic here... I kind of want to save Holy Nova for when the Phosphorescent Chambers come out. So I'm going to play Absolution here, I think. Let's see. Yeah, let's do Absolution. That way I can get the Zealous offense out. So we'll choose Radiant Damage, the type really doesn't matter. Thing is, you want to make sure you're not using melee against a ship, that's literally it. So right there we got to hit him for 1 more. Out comes Mystical Defenses, which Haka is going to absorb. He's going to take 4 damage from it. Another Translocator. So, I don't think it really matters. If I didn't have the Enduring Intercession out, I'd want energy to block some of the mystical defenses, but as is, it shouldn't make a difference. So, the Electrical Storm's going to go off. Chip damage across the field. And in order to protect Haka, we need to start healing here. Plus, Fnatic does need it. Tempest is getting a little low himself. And we drew the Gene-Bound Shackles, another card I'm looking for. So for Absolute Zero, on the topic of cards I was looking for, let's go ahead and put out the Sub-Zero Atmosphere. So if you don't know what this does, any end-of-turn effects on villain cards, any villain card, character cards included, goes at the start of the turn. So what's the significance in this, you ask? Well, all of Voss's minions have end-of-turn effects. So if he uses Force Deployment to summon his... well, he only has 1 thing left. But if you were to summon that thing, it does... well, even if he plays it just straight from his deck, the play phase is after the start of his turn. So they won't attack. They'll just get there and they'll seriously stand around. Broken, right? So right here you want to start chipping away at the mystical defenses so Haka doesn't get hurt too bad. And I should mention, Haka's okay with this because I can, well, I'll show you. We'll do Haka of Shielding to block 1 attack here. We'll get rid of Punish the Weak because this will never help me here. We only need to block 1. Then we need to use the Taiha on the Translocator and the Mystical Defenses. So right here we want to keep this going. And if I play Embolden on Tempest, he's going to gradually lose health. So I want to play Zealous offense. I can just bind whatever hops out. Then we're going to cut into the mystical defenses so that we can try to collect that next turn with Haka. Drew another Embolden, so I can put one on Absolute Zero too. Atlantean Font of Power is going to cause everyone to play a card, villain included. Haka takes 4 more damage. Once I get a Haka of Restoration, though, I can heal all that up, so it's literally nothing to worry about. Tamar came out into the Stratosphere, so we can get rid of Tamar. This reduces damage that the Thracians take. Thermal Shockwaves in play, Punish the Weaks in play, seriously? Aw, man. As for this Chastise, we're not really going to do anything with it. So we'll bind this guy and we'll kill the one Fire Sworn. How's that sound? Out comes Tamar. So I'm worried about him playing right now is either, well, 1, 2, or 3, and they're all different types. So Psychic, Energy, or Ice. I'm going to go Psychic. So unfortunately, Tamar is going to block literally everything. But in order to start chipping away at him, I do need to get the Gene-Bound Shackles in play. And since I can't hurt him, just heal. So for Absolute Zero, I would like using these to actually get cards out of my deck so I can draw something that I need, like another Impale, a Cold Snap, stuff like that. Then we can play the Glacial Structure, we may need that later. And I haven't taken any fire damage. The Thermal Shockwave is only going to deal 1 damage to Tamar. If I do this, it'll at least deal 2. So I don't have a Haka of Battle here. What's worse is the Punish the Weak is actually going to cause me to deal less damage. That came out at a really bad time. So I can hit stuff for 2, but I'm just going to destroy this. True Taiha. So we can bind this so we don't have to worry about it. And then I'm going to let this die to the Kraken. It doesn't matter. So no to the first one, yes to the second one. So the Font of Power is going to destroy itself here. So I could put in Bolden on Absolute Zero and hope he actually does more damage. And Tamar just complicates everything. And I don't want to outright kill him here because I want him to die a different way. So I guess we'll just play the Aegis here. We'll go for Radiant and we can hit Tamar for 2. So let's see, making sure this will not actually kill him. Actually, that is his death sentence. The Kraken's gonna kill him. Oh well. Leaking Room. So the Fire Sworn should have died to the Mystical Defense, but I blocked it. Out came the Psychic, out comes the Shock. So if I change this to Lightning, I will kill a lot of stuff. I don't actually want to do that at the moment. So he shoots at the start of turn. We'll make this energy. So I'm just going to draw 3. We'll use the Glacial Structure. Got a Horrifire, that can help. So right here we want to use the Taiha. The defenses are harmless, so we're going to ignore them. We are going to collect the Psyweaver, the Gate, and I'm good. So we'll bind the defenses, and then the shock infantry. So yes, you want to do that. Actually, we can kill the shock infantry here. So I'm going to do this, and we'll let the Kraken do the dirty work for us. Phosphorescent chamber. So right here, I'm not going to use localized hurricane. I don't need all these cold suits. I don't need another mare. Don't need an end of days. And that Fanac's going to destroy that at the end of her turn. The Banshee, but it can't attack. So for this one, everyone's going to take 2 damage on their side except for Voss, who will take 1. So I'm thinking I can put Grievous Hail out. But I'm not going to use that just yet because I get better healing from the chamber at the moment. I can do a Lightning Slash next turn and stuff. Damn, I don't have Cold Snap at the moment. So I can do the Horrifire here. That actually would not be good. I'm still gonna do it though. We're gonna kill the Banshee and just start hitting on Voss. And then I took 2 fire damage, so these will do the exact same. If I were to do a thermal shockwave, that won't really make a difference. Let's just hit Voss. So for Haka, we can heal here. Then we'll use the Taiha to grab the Mystical Defense. You also get 2 cards for it. Then we can hit Voss for 1. That's 2, actually, because of the chamber, that's right. So, we can leave the Kraken alone. Now, one thing I have the option of doing is I could destroy Chastise here and then just bind both of them. The thing is, the splash damage from the Electrical Storm, from Cold Snap, will slowly kill this thing. The way I can get around it with Electrical Storm is I can use the Subwave Inducer to change the damage type to Projectile, which this is immune to. Do I actually want to do that? Because I want to play Cold Snap, to be honest. Yeah, we want to do that. So right there I met my 3 damage quota already. So I can do Holy Nova here and heal for most of that I just lost. We'll destroy the chamber just by discarding for it. Yep. We'll get rid of Shielding Winds. The only thing that hits that hard is a Kraken. Another Cold Suit can go away. We don't need an extra Savage Mana. We'll get rid of the other End of Days. We get the card draw. And out comes Another phosphorescent chamber. I guess we'll get rid of the aquatic correspondence. We'll get rid of a heat suit now. Punish the weak. We'll get rid of Sacrosanct. So I'm trying to think about right now is would I have been better using Divine Focus. First Lieutenant Victor. So he actually offers no protection. If you want to see, you can switch over to projectile, and then we won't hurt the soldier. The other guys are fair game, though. So we're going to use Lightning Slash on Voss. And as tempting as it is to do the Hailstorm, that will kill Victor, and I actually want to collect him under Savage Mana. So right here we're going to get Cold Snap out. Hold on, if I do that, it's going to kill Victor. We don't want that at the moment. So we'll take him. And there we go. So let me see. Yeah, this is worth binding. So we're going to use Consecrated Ground to destroy the chamber. Drew a Dominion. Now we've gone through Haka's entire deck. I can hit the Kraken for one. So right there I met the... well, I already met the damage requirement for the turn. So I could heal here, but we're going to keep chipping away at Voss. Emphasis of the chipping part since I'm hitting for one. Okay, Smite the Transgressor's fun. I can heal off that. So this is all going into Haka, I'm afraid. 8 damage to him. Luckily he just healed. Bionaut. So the Kraken's dead here. Change this projectile. Oh yeah, it only does one at the moment. Okay. So if I want to hit Voss, he has 2 points of damage reduction now. 2 extra, that is. We will play the Lightning Slash, since I don't really have a better card to play at the moment. So there we go, 4 damage. There's going to be another collapsing hallway out, so that's why I'm healing Haka here. Actually, Absolute Zero just wiped the field. Oh well. So we'll go ahead and use Frostbound Drain since I'm at full. Hit him for 2 here. Hit myself, and then we're going to hit him for that. I took 3 fire damage, so this is going to deal the most damage out of anything. So I have options here. The first of which is I can ground pound and then release him. If I ground pound, well that... why not? We're wrapping things up here. So we're going to discard a Rampage and a Taiha. I'm gonna kill the soldier with Fanatic, most likely. So right there we're going to bind it so it can't deal damage. We're going to decline the damage. That destroys Chastise. So I can use Smite the Transgressor. Damn. Like, I really do want to Embolden Tempest. Screw it, we'll do it. This is going to end soon anyway. So we're going to intentionally flip him here. So we're going to use radiant damage to kill the soldier. Hallway collapse. Keep in mind Haka's sitting on like a 30 damage nuke at the moment, which is one of the reasons why I'm not really afraid of him. As for damage types here, we can change this to Sonic, because why not? Order here is not going to matter, but it will in a moment. For a Claim from the Deep, I can use this to get a Quad of Correspondence. I'm fishing for, what's it called? Otherworldly Resilience, that's what it is. For Haka, it doesn't matter. For Fanatic, I'm gonna grab this just in case we get something nasty. So I get 2 powers because of the Embolden, so we are going to heal. I'm actually gonna have 1 less hit point as a result of this, but that's fine. And then, as I said, order matters. You want to kill the soldier first. Voss has no damage reduction now, so I can hit him for 5. Draw Ball Lightning, and yes, I'll take the damage. So here we're going to use the Frostbound Drain, hit him for 4, hit myself, then hit him. We're going to go for a big nuke here. So right now I have dealt how much cold damage? 19. So I'm going to go ahead and heal. So I could hit him with that, but I don't want to see Absolute Zero in such bad shape. So Voss, I'm tired of looking at you, man. Get out the door. And don't forget these chumps before you go. Good night. So, we weren't too badly injured. I mean, Fnatic was a little roughed up, but we didn't actually have to use the Aegis or anything, and core game out of the way. So, I'm still hoping that's going to be a normal game for this coming week. Although I guess it's next week now from... well, it doesn't matter. Like, at this point, I wouldn't even mind, like, if the normal game was a random. I have to reiterate, I so regret challenge mode being met in terms of stretch goals. Anyway, I'm done for now. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.